everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. I haven't forgotten, it's weigh-in day. Let me get right into it and talk about it. First of all, I'm going to be changing a few things up. One of the things that I'm going to be doing once a month is I am going to be measuring myself, and I'm going to let you know my measurements as well as my weight. So I wanted to say that before getting into all of this, for anyone that's new, many of you may already know that August of 2019, I weighed in at 263. About 13 months later, I had gotten down to 185, so 78 pounds. For one day, I got to 183, but I mostly stayed around that 185 to 187 from August on. So I kept off most of it. However, in December of 2020, I did gain a few pounds and got to 191, which is where I'm coming to today and letting you know where I'm at and what I'm going to do going forward, because I definitely have some new plans that I want to talk to you guys about. Since August, I've been dickering around and I've been doing enough to keep off most of my weight. But what happens is, at least for me, is when something's easier and you're seeing results, you stay motivated, inspired, and keep going. But when you notice that you're not seeing as many results, you tend to slip off plan. And that's kind of what happened with me. I didn't fully go off, but I really kind of veered back into not being as cautious and not watching it as much what I was putting in my mouth. So I decided for January to do something new called intuitive and mindful eating. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because many people love it and are successful. Intuitive and mindful eating, however, was not a good fit for me at the stage I'm at, because it required no keeping track of what I was eating. You would just listen to your body. I am not a person that should be listening to my body and telling my body what it wants to eat. That is not a safe plan for me. Okay, it may be for you, but that's why I always tell you guys, you know I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not giving any advice. You guys will all have to do your own research and talk to your own doctor, but each of us have something that is a better fit for them personally. So I'm just talking about my personal experience. So the intuitive mindful eating was not a good fit for me. I tend to overeat and say, oh, I want this. The good news is I didn't gain any weight, but I weighed 191 in December, I weighed 191 in January. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do about that, because there are some changes coming and you're part of those changes. Before telling you, I'm going to tell you my measurements, which is something new I'll be doing once a month. My chest is 42, my waist is 44, and my hips are 47. Now at my heaviest, I think my waist was in the 60s, because my heaviest weight ever was 305, which is really, that was quite a bit, that was way too much for me. And my heaviest on the channel was 263. The lowest I think I've ever weighed on the channel was probably in the low 180s, and that was when I started the channel. And you can look back at the very couple videos that I did. So you're like, Dawn, you've been making excuses since August. You've been dickering around in the upper 180s to 191 since then. What are you going to do about this? Well, I've made a commitment in February not only to track every penny I spend, which I'm doing good on my financial goals, but the other thing is I'm going to track all my food every single day in the month of February. And for February and March, and I don't know that I'll do this going forward because you guys may not be interested in this, because this isn't a weight loss channel, but to be accountable, in February and March, I'm going to do a once a week weigh-in. So every week on that Monday, I'm going to tell you what I weighed and how it went. I'll make it like a 1-minute video. It won't be longer like this one. And let you know, yes, I stayed on plan, I lost 2 pounds. Yes, I stayed on plan, I lost 1 pound. No, I didn't really stay on plan, which I don't plan on saying that. I didn't lose any weight. And I'm going to be honest and tell you, and we'll see where I can go as of March 1st. So I'll be doing weekly weigh-ins for the month of Feb and possibly March. I'm not sure about March yet. And then, like I said, I'll do once a month measuring and see what I can do. The main thing that works for me is being mindful of what I'm eating and tracking it. I'm not saying I have to do that for the rest of my life, but it is something that keeps me, it lets me know where I'm getting my nutrition, how many carbs, proteins, fats, all of that I'm eating. and it helps me to be much more aware of what I'm doing in areas that I can improve. And so I am committed to doing that for February. You will see me next Monday doing another weigh-in and letting you know. So if any of you are on a health journey, I want to hear from you. How is it going in your life? It's never too late to make good changes in our life. That's all I have to say. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.